Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Grille, the Tier 5 German SPG. This one's located on the southeast spawn of Empire's border, and it's under the command of Photobomber of FUN2. Now, he's got a 15cm howitzer mounted on a Hetzer hull, or rather, the hull that would have belonged to a Lightyear's 38, because that's originally where it came from. The Czech tank, the 38, was designed in 1938, which was very, very useful because that sort of hull could carry a lot of things. It carried tank destroyers, the Hetzer, and also the Panda IC-T. Okay, well, he's now aiming at the enemy. This is the stock gun for the Hummel, by the way. 15cm, capable of 480 alpha, 38mm pen, 6.7 meters on the blast radius, between 6.5 and 10.5 seconds of stun. It's also fairly accurate, and it's got a very high shell trajectory, which means if there's an object hiding behind a rock, you might be able to lay the shell right down on top of them. Well, the only enemy tank spotted so far is an AMX ELC. He's in the valley, and he's playing around with a Staghound at the moment. It's a Tier 6 game with Tier 5 tanks in it. Oh, he spotted his first enemy on this side of the hill, or the mountains. Now, looks like there's an enemy Arty just behind the gates as well. Rounds out. That looks good. So, doesn't get anything off the first shot. But we've just spotted a whole bunch of enemy tanks making a quick in-run around our guys. And, well, this could be very profitable for us, because those guys are not going to do well if these shells hit them. So we're dialing in on the Skoda T24. That's it, rounds out, looks good. Direct hit, 185. Our OI is about to die. Changes his angle just a little bit, but I think he's probably going to go down. That's the enemy Arty. They've got a Bishop and a Grille, so it might be the Bishop that's actually moved a bit further down.
That was close.
Well, we splashed the KV-1, and yes, the enemy is getting rather close. Our other teammate in the Arty is in a Grille. He's a little further past the gates, down to our north. We're pulling back, because obviously the enemy is pushing, and we still need to hit them, but we don't want one of them to make an in-run straight into our cap area and find us. Okay. Styling in. It looks to me like he could kill the CDT. Rounds out. Yes! Direct hit penetration. Just if you ask, actually, I don't watch these videos, these replays, before they're actually played. That's like, you get my honest reaction to the events. So I didn't know he was going to kill that CDT, but I guessed he would, because the guy was sitting there with just below his hit points, and the shell actually did the job. Okay, the Skoda's being chased back around the corner by our ARL and our Type T-34. And Photobomber's decided to follow them, which is probably a good move, because if you've noticed to the other direction, yes, the enemy is getting rather close to our cap. And if he didn't move now, he would probably be the next one to die, because, yes, we've got no defenders around that side. They've all been wiped out. But we are doing well on this side of the map. Now, is he going to go up, or is he going to follow his teammates? I follow the teammates. At least when you're with them, you've got some protection. If you decide to go up the other route and over the top, somebody might come up to the gates and drive through and suddenly shoot you because you couldn't see them. Now, this Type T-34 might have to do a bit of spotting for us and go back to the cap if the enemy starts capping. The ARL's decided to turn around and go back to the cap as well. He's still got plenty of hit points. The Type T-34 hasn't. But our ELC has senses a couple of quick kills, and I think he's going for them. Okay, so somebody is in our cap area, and now we're going to help that ARL to take them out. Plenty of opportunity to get a defender medal. So his firing rate thinks the enemy might be. The standard reload for this Arty is 22.53 seconds. And obviously we've still not got the mods fixed, so we don't know precisely how much his reload time is. I will try and get that sorted. He's got the concentration skill working for him. The Type T-34 is now accompanying the L-44. Still only one in the cap though. And it might be a heavy, so he's more than likely going to be near the bushes, not the cap itself, or behind the rock. He's actually in the cap area. It's not a heavy tank. It's the VK3002M, the Panther prototype. Rounds out. Oh, we got spotted. Somebody just saw us. It was a VK3002M, and he's having a fight with the ELC. We might get some close-in action now. He's going to try and shotgun that. Well, we can't shotgun him because the rock's in the way. But if we go around the corner, we should be able to get a hit on that guy. So we're going to aim and do it that way. And he just killed our AMX CLC, but we're dialing in, and that's a kill. You just got hit by a 15-centimeter shell. It went right through the side of you and wiped you out. So that's nice close action, aimed action as well. And yes, good reason he did pull around the corner, because obviously the VK spotted for his team. And that M4A3 76 Wet has decided that he wants a piece of Arty. Yeah, well, he's going to pay for it if he does. Oh, and he gets hit, but he does manage to hit us with one round. 176 round, and the Type T-34 finishes him off. And that is the end of the game. They've done it. Well, I was paying so much attention to the dogfight between the VK3002M and the ELC, and then the way that Photobomber took that guy out with a shot through his side, that I missed out on the fact that, yes, there was another enemy tank still in the game, and apart from the two that were down the far end, they were killed by the ARL-44, but as soon as they realized that we were under threat from that VK3002M, the Type T-34 managed to come back and help to try and protect us. Of course, Photobomber had already finished off that 3002M, and then, of course, he saw the M4A3E 76 Wet get a shotgun at fairly close range, and then he decided to avail himself of the opportunity with one nice shot straight through the remains of the M4 and save us. And that was the last shot of the game. I didn't realize the enemy was so badly mauled by our teammates, who actually went back to their cap area and finished off their Arty as well. So yes, there was a lot of action going on elsewhere, and I was focusing only on Photobomber and what he was up to. It was a good game. It was a first-class tanker for Photobomber in the Grille. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7 in the end. And he also got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, as well as a win rate of 4,413, which, as you may know, is more than Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score and see what else happened. Well, the highest damage in the game turned out to be the ARL-44, who did 1,758 hit points of damage. Second highest goes to the T1 Heavy on the enemy team with 1,609. And the third highest damage, well, that goes to Photobomber with 1,533. When it came to kills, we can see the top scorers were the Type T-34, who got the last kill of the game, and the T1 Heavy on the enemy team, who both got 4 kills. 3 kills went to the ARL-44. He finished off the 2 guys who are back at their cap area. And then 2 kills went to Photobomber and to the Stag Hound on his team, and the AT2 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, we can see the top scorer was the RL44 with 905. The KV222 managed 795. And then we can see Photobomber picked up 756 out of that game. He fired only 9 shots, but they were particularly well-aimed shots. Got 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, which I think is probably the CDT, actually. It probably wasn't the VK. Even though the VK did get killed, it wasn't actually, it was the explosive that overwhelmed him. Because he'd already been badly mauled by the AMX CLC, but the shell that landed on top of the CDT went right through him for 438. And because this is 480 alpha, a penetrating shot is going to be a higher low of the, or 25% below or above 480. And of course, 438 is below. And that was more than enough to actually get the kill. So he wiped the guy out with 1 solid hit. When it came to the rest, let's have a look. He also actually did 1,533 hit points overall, but 1,223 of that was at more than 300 meters. So the close range shots, the M4A3 76 wet, and of course the VK3002M. He did receive 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot. That was from the M4A3. And he also damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 2. So there's the Confederate. 247 hit points of stun assist off 7 stuns. He earned a profit of 71,294 credits from that game. And he also took away 25 bonds for a mission achievement and 2,268 experience points for it as well. So some nice close combat action. The first shell on that VK, that was actually properly aimed to have the right effect. But the shotgun on the M4A3, that was manually aimed. And I think it was, there was no way he was going to go to aim to try and get that shot in. He wanted to do it manually. He had to do it manually, really. And because otherwise the M4 was going to get a second shot on him. But he did a good job. And as soon as he fired his shot, he dived for cover to let the Type T34 do the rest. And it all worked out very, very well. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.